up, gang? How y'all doing today, man? What's up, guys? How you guys doing today, man? How's my audio? Music's okay? Volume's good? Sounds good, sounds good. You guys catch that long trade we just did there? What's up, J Kings? Running on empty, man. What's up, man? Kings of the New West, TML, Boljit. Tony Gold, man. Muhammad, Stewart, Trader, Tib, BL Trades, Abus, Fast Life. What up, man? What up? JTP. Congratulations again, by the way, JTP, on your payout, my man. Space Mo, what up, man? Daily Moves, YT. Ajalfino, man. What's up? Jazza, Andrea. Is gold gonna go down? That's a good question. Let's take a look, man. I haven't checked out gold yet. I would like to see gold come and test this area, to be honest. Let's see what we can set up here on gold. Bulgy. You got it, got it. Okay, well, you caught a little bit of the move. That's good. What up, Ron? JTB. Oh, man. Well, at least we know the money's there. You just got to find a way to get it out, right? So, Johanna, what's up, man? YT holding a falling knife. Are you in gold right now? Are you in caveman? Kamya, good to see you, man. Good morning, Lance. Stop loss, Poppy. Yeah, I did. This is literally the forecaster box from the long I just took earlier. I got to rebuild some of my evals here, so just kind of pecking away at it tonight. Caught a couple of trades. I think I signaled one of them in the Discord earlier. Yeah, I caught a few trades today. Yeah, I'm just slowly pecking away, man. Gotta rebuild my my evals here, man. What up, John? What up, John? It's good to see you, man. You're holding on to gold, I see. It Code Nerd, what up, man? Or actually, I guess it should be IT Code Nerd, as I assume that's probably what it means. Alex, doing good, man. I'm doing good. What up, Cortez? Gustavo, good to see you, man. Hopefully, you've been able to make good use of that account you won yesterday. What's up, Daily Moves? What up, Preppy? Good to see you, man. What's up, right guy? Nice job, Gustavo. Nice job. Just keep pacing yourself on that account, you know? You get there. You'll get there. Right guy, what's up, man? Revnir, what's up, man? KNQ, what up, what up? NQ's at the 200 EMA right now, the 5-minute time frame. We're coming up close to the high of day as well, high of session, that is. Coming out of an hourly bullish setup as well. Basically kind of a double bottom on the larger time frames. The big question is whether or not we'll get follow through to retrace back up, or whether this is just another range bound move here that we might see a pull down on. Our yesterday's bar was quite bearish as well, so we'll see how much of the bar we can retrace, assuming we do. Looking for 710, eh? 710, let's see. Yeah, let's see if we can actually make our way up there. I'm actually looking for us to reject sooner than that, but we'll see, man. Elias, just so you know, I am not rake, but to answer your question, select plans I think will offer probably the best options. The growth plans, like, you can pass them faster so that you can get to the payout quicker. But if you want to like pace yourself and have the opportunity to either go the 5-day select route or go down the path of the daily payout route, I think the select plans offer a lot better options. Thanks, Spade J. Appreciate it, brother. Hope you doing well, man. You and the family. Hey, Trina. Good to see ya. 526. Yeah, oh yeah. NQ 526. That should be no problem here. We're just testing the high of day here. Aman, good to see you. AXP, man. What up, my guy? Martin, dunks, man. That sucks, dude. I hope your account's okay. I've lost accounts over that before. Appreciate AXP. MDC, man. Hope you're doing well, brother. Catch any trades today, man? I know you like your oil and gold. Just curious if you caught any today. Yeah, we've had a lot of action. I mean, it's ranging action, but it's action nevertheless tonight. What up, Zach? BN Wills. A trades guy. What up, man? Zach Law. My opinion on Alpha. I actually talked a little bit about that yesterday. I mean, you know what? I think that from a business, as a business consultant, just thinking about it from a business lens and not even a trader's lens, I think the decisions that they made, to way they manage their plans and everything, I think they just unfortunately didn't manage them well enough, right? So I think they're just in a sticky situation because of that. Am I bullish for CPI? I'm not overly, you know, honestly, from a fundamental, from a data perspective, I don't have a whole lot of like thoughts on that, to be honest. I'm, you know, just thinking about just trading the chart right now. I think we're still kind of in that range where like I'm just playing the whipsaw back and forth, which is why for the past few weeks I haven't had much of a bias as to whether it's long or short on NQ. Whereas gold, I've just been more bearish overall, but NQ not so much. I think we've got a lot of whipsaw back and forth to expect. Nice, MDC. Way to go, man. Yeah, JTP, 100%, man. 100%. They got some really solid plans. And I think that's what it is, right? Like, as a business, you know, when I think about, you know, 10-4 as a brand new prop firm, as a business, they're going to need to do whatever they can to obviously build market share and attract traders, right? And obviously making sure that they have, you know, in a lot of cases, you know, I'll go a little maybe potentially off topic here, but, you know, because I work in the restaurant industry a lot, like that's kind of my area of expertise in business. When you think about companies like Uber Eats and like DoorDash and stuff like that, right? Those companies, when they built out, they had to create a burn rate business case. And essentially, for those who don't know, that essentially means, what are we looking for? How long can we burn accounts for? How long can we burn our cash flow before we can get enough market share that the business pays for what we're doing here today? And so that's what Uber and DoorDash and a lot of those businesses had to do. And they were burning cash for years, right? And so although I don't know the intricacies of a prop firm, I would imagine that it's a similar concept. When you roll at a prop firm, you have to be able to prepare, okay, how much can I pay out for an X period of time, in hopes that, you know, by continuing paying out, we are become the prop firm of choice and people start to come back at us and all of that type of stuff. You know what I mean? So again, I think that's yeah, new props are generally going to have to be aggressive, but they have to be responsible, and that's the difference between a prop firm that's well managed and a prop firm that's not. And again, just thinking from a pure business lens and nothing more than that. That's kind of my 2 cents and topic on that one. Nah, or GCX. No, I'm not in a trade. I exited my long trade already. I shorted NQ today, which I signaled in the Discord, and I actually would have caught my full move had I not manually closed it, but I still caught a good chunk on that short trade, and then I just caught a long trade as well here, off the higher low off the level there. Yeah, JTP 100%, man. Murthalak, how's it go, man? Uvia, good to see you, man. Do I think gold will go down? I think we have a possibility, but not right now, though. Like, based on what I saw in gold, I didn't really see... Like, right now, I'd like for us to come up here. I'd love us to tap the top of the channel here before we expect a short trade of any form. That would be my thought process on that. My man, Ron G, man. How you doing, man? Hope you're doing good. What's the payout cap? I think it's 5 payouts. I think it's 5 payouts, and if it's a 50K, I think it's 2K max payout, if I remember correctly. I'd have to double check. I don't remember. The stealth, the way that it works is that it's 30% of your highest profiting day is essentially what that is. Kamya, you know, honestly, I don't look that far into price when I'm trading, so I can't speculate on where I think gold's going to be that later on in the game. Like, that's just not something that I normally would look for. I think right now it's kind of like, you know, you just kind of work down through the thousands, right? Like, if we can even on gold, if we can even come down here, I'm looking for us down into this area. The lower end of this channel is what, 3941. I would look for us to, you know, if the price did come down here, for us to maybe look for a long entry down here. Well, we'll see again. I don't know. And that long entry obviously would be a reversal trade. So oh, Ron, was there a movie about Uber? I didn't know that. I just knew because I was an investor of Uber. I held their stock for quite some time, actually, and obviously because of the restaurant industry realm that I'm in, I'm quite familiar with their business model and all that. Bro, tell Rach just to put your face in the thumbnail. Yo, man, Jake Ritchie's he's the GOAT. He's the face of everything. Okay, he's the face of everything. His face does a better job than my face. Yeah, we're coming up to the top of the range here, guys, on the NQ. We are starting to close, move above the 200 EMA on the 5-minute time frame on NQ. We're coming up to the high of day on the range, which will be interesting to see what kind of candle reaction we get. Maybe we get a little bit of a fake out, maybe a push up. I'd like for us to reject 29,566, 556 kind of area, to be honest, for NQ. Maybe we could double top on that area and come down from there. We'll give it a bit, guys. We'll give it a bit. Andrew, good to see you, man. Manny Olivia. I don't actually have a Discord myself, actually. If you follow the Discord, oh, there you go. Someone already typed it in for me. If you put it in there, there you go. I'm a person. I have a channel in the Ray Trade Discord, actually. So if you're curious there. Don't mind me if I'm slurring my words tonight, man. My Sunday to Mondays are like my most craziest days of the week. So I'm like just melted at this point. Sam, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Yeah, and NQ over New York session was quite interesting. I can imagine many people probably got really whipsawed by that. Yeah, I think that's fair, Baljeet. I think that's very fair. We'll definitely have to see what forms here. I'd give it a bit. I'd give it a bit though, man, because we've got quite a bit of buying strength coming off that larger time frame double bottom here, right? So that's what it was called, Ron. Okay. Vintage base. Shout out to you, brother. That's freaking amazing, man. Taking a third payout with Apex and building out a hefty balance on his account. Shout out to you. Just so you guys know, code RAKE right now, you guys can get 90% off their accounts. And I think they still got that. I think it's today's the final day, or tomorrow was it? I have to double check. But they have that $59 activation fee as well. But 90% off their accounts. I mean, that's pretty solid, especially if their activation fees are low too. It makes it for a good account to go with. Yeah, let's see if we could actually double top there, Zach. Yeah, it was solid long here. I had a short play earlier. Actually, no, I'll go through it in a bit here. I'm actually going to go through the chart review. We're at that time now, so I'm just going to filter through the chat here one last time, and then I'm going to do the chart review. Stereo. Honestly, anytime I see intraday trailing drawdown, the only way I personally trade it is I size up and I trade for 1R and I just get in and out of trades. Like it's pretty much the only way I personally think I can do it. Otherwise, every other method I've tried has always stressed me out. Again, just personal opinion, right? Yeah, I know. I don't know the U.S. market too much when it comes to how Uber has been, but they're definitely having challenges with the economics. They own a lot of the market share, though, in the space. And in a lot of places they operate in, they own a lot of market share. Alan is definitely not an NPC. What's NPC? Am I dating myself by asking that question right now? Synth. No, I haven't taken a trade yet since we started the stream. I've taken basically 2 trades in the past few hours. I took a long, not too long before we started the stream, and I shorted earlier as well. 1 HP. So you were in that full 1 hourly candle that we had there. Hey, Devon. Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero, I don't really understand your question. You might want to rephrase that again, man. Jake, what's up, man? Non-playable character. Oh. Oh, man. I don't know if I'm dating myself by asking that question. I used to game back then, Sid. That's the thing. I don't game anymore, so I'm obviously a little bit oblivious to the terminology, but I once was a gamer before. Andrew, right on, man. That's banger. Congrats. Andrew just passed 4 evals, longing in here for 200 points. What a banger. Ah, gotcha. Hey man, it's always good to kick off a stream and hear that we got people in the chat rocking dubs here, man. All right, guys, I'm gonna go through the chart review here, guys. So I am gonna ignore the chat now at this point. What time is it right now? 10:19. I'm just gonna say 10:20. I used to play Call of Duty was the last game I played, and then before that, StarCraft. I played Counter-Strike as well, but I didn't play that one as much. But I used to be a StarCraft nerd. I actually used to play at a tournament level on StarCraft. Back when I still had the, what is it called? The hand-eye coordination and reflexes for the hotkeys. Modern Warfare 2 is the most goated one, though. I'm about to do the chart review right now, ADHD. You hopped just in time. All right, now I'm actually going to go through the chart review right now, guys. So let's hop into this right now. I'm going to, as always, do the NQ and the gold trade review. So I will, again, as always, I will engage with the chat later on. Generally speaking, just as a kind of quick introduction to the gang here. Welcome to Project 365. My name's Alan. I'm Azheng Trades, previously known as Uchiha Trades, for those who've been following my journey for the past 5+ years. And I'm the pre-London host here. I think my man Ron G is still on the stream right now, but he was streaming just right before me here over the Asia session. And we got Jake Ritchie to go to opens up the New York, followed by Lamelli and Mitch, who take care of the afternoon session. So we're a group of 5 hosts currently that stream 5 to 6 times a day, 10 hours each day. So I believe no matter where you are around the world as you're tuning into this, we hope that we can offer some sort of value to you guys in some way or form. All of us have some foundation from the Rate Trades Mastermind, but all of us have also evolved our training to make it our own, which I expect many of you guys to do the same. So in a lot of cases, that's kind of just the quick introduction of who I am. So what I usually do is here, I'll go through the chart reviews about the 2 tickers that I trade the most with, NQ and gold. I'll basically talk about how we could have traded coming into this. I always mention this a lot, that even if you can't catch a trade on my stream, I do believe that the things that I talk about will add value and how we could potentially take them even after the stream. And so we'll talk a bit about that, right? So I've taken 2 trades already so far, and I'll talk about that as well. But the first thing I'm going to do, as I always do, is I'm going to hop into the chart review, going over what I'm thinking of based on what I'm looking at the chart, going in from where we talked about last stream coming into today, and then I'll talk about the trades I just taken as well. Okay, so on the weekly time frame right now, not much has changed from what we talked about yesterday. We're a weekly bearish bar right now, but we are still kind of within the range of our last weekly bar as well. So again, I'm neither bullish nor am I bearish on the case, right? As of right now, we've got this hourly double bottom on the chart, right? That might be able to continue that recent weekly failure to go lower candle, so that maybe, and just maybe, we can break the highs of last week and continue pushing a little higher. As I've been talking about for a few weeks now, we are just kind of in a daily range at the moment. And so we were, I guess I'm just going to delete that blue line there. We were basically in a daily pennant is what we're going through right now, as you can kind of see here. And so we did put in a daily bar, kind of a bearish bar earlier on. Right now, if I were to look at it, and now I don't trade, I always say this, I don't trade the Fibonacci retracement normally. The only time I reference it is actually when I look at the daily bar. So if I were to take a look at a 50% retracement of yesterday's daily bar, what we're essentially going to look for is some form of price reaction at 29,713. That is where we're going to look for a reaction. And a reaction in the sense of, if there is a potential short play, that might be the area that we might be able to catch it. Now, as we go into the hourly time frame as well, just so that you guys can see the point of reference that I was referring to. This is the hourly double bottom that I was talking about. We're starting to get a big push up to the upside. The thing about that 29,713 area that makes it very interesting to me is that not only is that the 50% Fibonacci retracement on the daily time frame, but that is also, we have levels and a prior opening print that's all up in that area. So I'm definitely very interested in seeing what the chart does here in that regard. Now, as we're taking a look at it, we are just pummeling, right? We're just pummeling through. And just to share with you guys earlier on, I took a short trade over here. There was a lower high that we basically respected a structural channel that I had drawn there. I signaled this in the Discord actually. At first, I wanted to see if we were going to be able to get a double bottom off of Globex to break it, but we never did. Instead, we ended up failing in that area. Once we broke beneath Globex, I took a shot at an entry there for shorts. I manually closed my trade out down here because it looked like we were going to double bottom down here at this point, because this was a key level, and I'll talk about that a little bit later on. But I did end up actually manually closing it up here, just around 390. And I did, this is the one I signaled in the Discord, right? Now, it did end up coming back to Globex. Honestly, had I not manually closed it, I would have still gotten my TB, but I'm okay. I was actually, at that point in time, I had to get my kid ready for his bath time before I put him for bed. So I personally didn't want to leave it there and walk away. So I did end up closing it manually. But we can see here that we ended up rejecting the Globex opening print for a nice support flip resistance. And it did end up tagging the target that I was looking for. So anyone that did end up taking that short trade that I had signaled in the Discord and actually held it, you would have actually gotten your full take profit. Afterwards, the next trade I took here was after we had formed a higher low bounce at the level, which also I had a few other levels of confluence in this setup as well. If we took a look at the FF indicator as well, which I'll kind of show a little bit later, which is basically this. I'll just take a sneak peek. That's the FF indicator. Basically, we also have reclaimed the 2-minute trigger line. That also gave us a little bit of a extra confluence for us to kind of go higher. So those are the 2 trades that I've taken thus far this session. So I am 2 for 2 this session. So that's those trades. Now I do want to talk about yesterday, because if you guys remember, when price was getting lower and lower here, I had a thought process and thesis, right? I made a comment that I said, I'm looking for us to come down and test the 400 area to the 370 area. If you watched yesterday's stream, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I was looking for price to come down there. And I said, if we come down there, I am interested in a reversal to the upside. Now, I didn't do my best trading yesterday on stream because I definitely didn't follow my trade review. I was really just taking B setups, and I paid the price for doing so. But again, that's just the transparency of the game that we are in. You know, sometimes we pick bad trades and we face the music in that. But as I mentioned, that reversal trade setup that I was talking about, we did end up seeing that play out, right? So again, NQ was a little bit tricky during the New York session. So I won't narrate too much of that because there was a lot of noise and disruption. I think, honestly, the retest of the opening print here probably would have been the only setup I would have wanted to take on the overall session. But again, I didn't trade the New York. But again, that point I talked about, right? That 29.4 level to the 29.37 level. That's the same reason why I manually closed out that trade earlier on, is because I was thinking to myself, okay, I was looking for this as a reversal from yesterday. So maybe we're going to get it now, which is why I had manually closed the trade. Now, we did peak back down beneath it, but once we reclaimed our strength back above that 29.371 level, you can see here that we ended up just rocketing. And so if I was still in the trade, and by the way, I only exited my trade mainly because I already hit what I needed to for the consistency rule. I didn't want to over push it. But from that entry point, we're already at this point in time up 209 points on that NQ move, right? So a pretty solid move to the upside, basing off of the thesis of what we talked about on yesterday's stream. At this point in time, with how strong the hourly has been, we got about 31 minutes left of this hourly candle. I am looking for us to continue moving higher. Like I said, I got a channel and I got some levels up here. I got the 50% retracement spot that I talked about already at the 29.713 area as well. If there's going to be a pullback short trade, I might look there for that. But as of right now, I think that shorting just doesn't seem wise. The other thing I might potentially look for right now, and this is again kind of playing on that support flip resistant thought process, is that somewhere in this area here, right there, if we could set a higher low there, maybe that might offer another opportunity for us to take a long trade as a continuation. So if we're looking for that continuation long, that might be a good spot to take it. But again, let's see what the candle bars are doing for us. Otherwise, like I said, either we're going to continue to play this trend to the upside right now based on this hourly. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked, and for no technical reason and no fundamental reason, but based on that hourly double bottom, I wouldn't be surprised if we just keep going throughout the night. I'm not saying that that's what I would count on, but I just wouldn't be surprised, right? So obviously we have to kind of trade and manage our risk accordingly. I talk about this on stream a lot. Your risk is far more important than the reward. If your risk, it cannot be bared on your entry, then it's just best not to take the entry or size down if that's the case, right? So that's kind of my 2 cents on the NQ at the very moment in time. We'll see if we get offered an opportunity to take a trade on the NQ. But overall, I'm going to play on this bullish trend that we're forming right now as we go into the London Open. But as you guys know, I already have my spots up here as well that I'm looking for shorts if we do have a short opportunity. So that's kind of my 2 cents on the NQ right now. I am gonna hop right into gold. I know normally I'll take a look at the chat and engage, but I'm gonna go over gold real quickly here first before I actually go engage the chat. Now, as you can see, gold here, we are starting to move up towards a key area. This channel is actually a very key spot for me to watch. And so I think counter trending is always risky. There's a lot of buying strength going into this right now. And so we have to be very cautious, right? But if there was going to be a short setup, I'd like to see what we can form up here to see if we do present an opportunity for that short play. Right now, you can see already that we are having a little bit of that pullback, but I wouldn't get my hopes up just yet just from that. I'm simply saying that that's kind of what I'm looking at for gold. If we zoom out on and break this down, I've been bearish for as long as I can remember on gold, and I've been proven right all this time. Nothing has proven me wrong otherwise. I'm thinking at this point in time, I made the comment yesterday that I'm looking for this weekly bar to fill the wick of this candle. And so far, we've done a pretty good job of doing that. We did end up tagging the lows of 4,002, as you can see on the price action down there. And this is essentially where the low of day has been for us thus far. And yeah, we are pushing up, but let's see if we can break past this channel, because like I said, I am kind of anticipating if we're going to have some sort of hold of retracement to move lower. I think that that's a potential for us. Hourly wise as well, we've been pretty darn strong. I mean, the entire session has been bullish. If we manage to put in an hourly sell bar, I'd be interested in definitely shorting to see if we can make our way back down, play based on that larger time frame base of theory. But yeah, otherwise, man, as of right now, if we do break above this channel and we find some sort of break and retest, and for those who are newer, not knowing what I mean by that, essentially I'm saying that if we can do something like this, I'm interested in taking longs. But otherwise, as of right now, I'm just hard to be bullish. Even though we're having such a strong trend right now, I'm still kind of bearish on gold, right? So I don't think I'm gonna be excitingly hopping into a long trade anytime soon on gold. So anyways, that's my 2 cents on the chart review of kind of what I'm looking at on both. If you guys are just tuning in here, again, rolling into the chat, welcome to Project 365. Please drop a like on the stream. It does help us out a lot. If we get to 200 thumbs up, we'll definitely do a 25K growth account giveaway with one of the most reputable prop firms in the space, Tradeify. They've been around for a very long time, if you guys don't know all that already. And definitely a prop firm that I would advocate for a lot, just based on how much they've done for the community. One HP. Noms, you got a 200-point trade with 0 drawback? That's sick. Yeah, we just keep going here. Rich forever. Yeah, man, the Discord is I think it's in the YouTube as well, but you know what? Hold on. I'm just gonna put the Discord link there. You mentioned that you are not allowed to trade live accounts. Do you take your 5th payout with Lucid, get moved to live, and let it get deactivated due to inactivity after 30 days? Or do you blow it after 4 payouts? Does Lucid Trading ban people who do it? Yeah, you don't want to ever farm prop firms, guys. It's never a good idea to do that. Like they have censors for stuff like that. I'm honestly very honest with the prop firms. So for most prop firms, like I said, I've already been maxed out with those guys. I can't do anything with it. But with Lucid, actually, I can technically move live with them. The platform they use is Rhythmic Pro. So I do actually still have a Lucid account with them that I could move to the Rhythmic Pro. I just struggle. I had a couple of live accounts that I just struggled to be successful with. I just don't know how to use the platform, and unfortunately it's the only platform that I can use in Canada in order for me to trade live with them. So as of right now, I'm kind of just there. But yeah, no, I don't purposely blow accounts or anything like that. We're not with Lucid or anything like that. I just trade until they basically say, all right, sorry, you're done. That's it, right? But out of the ones that I am capped with, though, Lucid is the only one that allows me to move to live. So I am technically, I have the function for that. Thanks, Bullish Gods. Appreciate that, man. From Wednesday to be relative equal lows, check in 1 hour for a frame. Can we consider 28,930 area from Wednesday to be relative equal low? 28,930? When did price go that low? Oh, Wednesday, sorry. Sorry, I'm just gonna read your question again, so let's just make sure that I understand what you're asking here. I mean, you can consider that whatever you'd like. I mean, yeah, I have areas of interest down there. Like as you can see here, I have a channel down here. I have levels. So, I mean, if price goes down, sure. I don't like to actually really anticipate where price will move. So yeah, kind of hard for me to kind of get behind that. Looks like we're holding this channel, by the way, guys, right now. With quite a bit of precision here. How do you deal with not being able to trade live? Not a big deal, man, Josh, because like there's a lot of prop firms out in the space. I mean, like, yeah, there's a lot of prop firms in the space. I mean, My Fund of Futures family, Apex, Top Step, Take Profit Trader, newly 10-4 now. Did I say Tradeify Lucid already? I think it did. And there's a lot of prop firms, man. Like, I'm not really concerned. And worst comes to worst, if there's somehow, for some odd reason, prop firms didn't exist anymore, then I would just trade cash. It's not a big deal. I only trade prop because it exists, right? Why not? But oh, can you hear the background noise? I can't get upset because I have a drink, so. My wife was actually just making me a drink, if you were wondering what that noise was. Farming is like purposely like getting an account, getting payouts, then burning the account and doing it all over again. Live is you're actually trading live on CME, like your fills, your positions are actually live on the market. Sim, you're still technically in theory playing a video game. Rudy Mendez, I like to trade the Globex Asia more than any other session. After that, I'm down for London if we wait for an hour, and then from there on out, New York session, I guess. Halo Sweeps, yeah, I think a lot of people did. I mean, one of my students that actually called them the day that the news came out just to make sure that he was okay. Didn't want him to do anything crazy. Ryan, I personally don't trade the New York session, but on Project 365, which is basically I'm one of the 5 hosts, Mr. Jake Ricci himself actually does the New York session. So you'd be tuning into his stream in the morning. We've prioritized futures a lot, Kawish, but technically speaking, I'm just trying to think about all of us. I don't know if Lamelli trades options because I've never actually asked him before, but I know Gamma Mitch, Ron, myself, and Jake, I know all 4 of us trade options. But I don't know if Lamelli does. I've never actually asked him that question before. But we do primarily focus on futures just because it's kind of like the big thing now, right? Yeah, sorry to hear Halo Sleeps. A lot of people got affected by that. Yeah, man. Hey, you know what? Like, everyone's got their edge and how they want to trade it, right? What's my playbook? My playbook, essentially, I work on multiple time frames, top-down analysis. I read market structure, levels, reference points, trends. You know, I can trade the range of reversals as well. It's a flurry of stuff. I have a playbook for every kind of setup that I want to take. Which props are y'all running with? I'm maxed out with quite a few of them. The runs I'm trading with right now, I still have access to Top Step, Take Profit Trader, and 10-4. Those are kind of the 3 accounts I'm trading with these days. But honestly, Lucid and Tradeify are probably some of the biggest and the most reputable prop firms in the space that you could probably go with. I still like them a lot, even though I can't trade with Tradeify. I would advocate for them just because they're a solid prop firm. So, oh, did Lamelli say he used to? Okay, that's good to know. I am excited for single stock futures, man. JTP, for anyone who's in the OG Rig Trades group, man, I think you guys remember me for being the Tesla guy. Tesla futures comes back on the market, man. Oh, man. That's going to be my thing. That's going to be my thing. That's for sure. You know, honestly, those challenge things are really cool for like Instagram, social media engagement, but I personally don't care for them. The one time I ever did something similar to that, I did an M&Q series on my YouTube
where I shared how it went from a 50K top step account. The first one, took it, spent what, $200 in total with an activation fee in the account, traded 3 micros at a time every single day. I think I passed the account in like 18 days. And then I got paid out within the first 9 days, and then again 5 days after that. And the whole purpose of the M&Q series was to showcase that you can make money and be successful as a futures trader just trading 3 micros. And that was the whole purpose of it. I'll tell you right now though, I will never do it again though, because like it just doesn't make sense for me to cap myself when I know I'm capable of making more by trading how I normally trade. I would never put myself through that again. So although I do understand why people do those challenges, I think it's more so, it's great for social engagement, but not my cup of tea. Hey, Prathish, man, like, you got to work at it, man. I mean, it takes a long time. A lot of people, there are people who trade for years that don't figure it out. Yeah, thank you, Rudy, man. I appreciate it, man. Good evening, Jay Sullivan. Any shorting happening soon? I'm just catching up with the chat, to be honest. I actually was interested in taking the trade. Like I said, guys, for all the guys who are new here, I might not always hop into trades all the time because I am engaging with you guys so much. But that's why I do the chart reviews, is so that you guys can know where my head's at and kind of like what I'm looking for, where would I want to short, where would I want to long. So even if I miss it, you guys can still take advantage of it. Again, not because I'm looking for you to blindly follow my signal, but it's more so that if you had a thesis to a trade and you're like, hey, you know what? Alan's kind of saying something similar as well, then maybe that kind of goes in nicely with your trade, right? And by the way, for those guys who are like wondering what all that noise was, it was for this drink right here, man. My caffeine for the night. Is this strawberry at the bottom? Matcha? Strawberry Genmaicha, that's what this is. My caffeine of the night. So you guys have to bear with a little bit of the noise earlier so I can have this drink for tonight. It's been a long 36 hours. You just got your first payout from Vest. It's single frost future that you can swing trade as well and long. Hey, that's pretty cool, 1 HP. Yeah, you know what it is though? It's because you got to survive. That's the hardest part, is surviving in this space. That's why MNQs are goated. Like, even though I trade minis, like MNQs honestly is how you survive. That is like the hardest part in this game. You can't survive, man. It doesn't matter. That's why whenever people always say I can make money, but I can't keep it. That's what they mean by that. Your coffee during the night is tonic gin. Let's see what we do here, guys. I am watching the short play right now. Not saying that I'm going to hop into it right this very moment, but I'm watching it. Yeah, man. Hey, 1 HP, man. Everyone's got their thing. Dynamic sizing is also not really my cup of tea, but I know I actually have a couple of students that do that all the time, and they find a lot of success doing that. Can we plan short if market creates double top? Yeah, I'm kind of looking at that right now, to be honest. I mean, we put a 5-minute failure to go lower in there, and so I'm kind of watching the time frames here to see if we could. Whether it's a double top or a lower high, we might have an opportunity here. Trina, absolutely, man.
I have a flurry of journals and back-tested notes. In my trading, I have done easily thousands of back-tested notes. It's how I kind of refined my system over the course of time as a trader to figure out what works and what doesn't for me. Forgiven trades. Yeah, I caught the move up, but I didn't catch the whole move. I took my position down here earlier, actually. I was like, I couldn't breach my consistency, so I just took it there. Preppy, dynamic sizing is kind of like sizing into winners. Sizing into winners, sometimes even dollar cost averaging, depending on your kind of strategy of style. But it's kind of like, if let's just say, like, hypothetically, guys, let's just say I took a short trade here, okay? Let's just, you know what, can I switch over, should I switch over to micros? Give me a second here, just because if I'm just gonna demonstrate this as theory. So let's just say right now I want to short the market, okay? And let's just say that I take a 3 micro short trade right now, okay? So I'm 3 micro short trade in, and let's just say, I'm giving this hypothetical here. Let's just say my stop loss is up here. So I got a 50-point stop loss. And let's just say I'm targeting this area down here, okay? Say let's go for a 1-for-1 trade. Now, in this setup, for example, I'm also assuming that I am prepared. Like I'm calculating in my trade setup right now that I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm going to take this right now. And if I get some sort of better confirmation, I'm going to size into it. So sometimes that might mean that, like, hey, let's just say I'm going to shoot for more than 1R. Maybe I'm going to shoot for 2R. Let's just say I'm going to shoot for down here. And let's just say price starts to move deeper in. And the variables of the setup is starting to play really nicely for me. And I really want to size into it more. Then I add more contracts to it. Now, again, as I do that, I have to factor that into my stop loss and my risk. Am I okay with that? Because otherwise you're sizing in and that can potentially royally wreck you, right? So that's essentially what that would look like if you're sizing into the winner. What some people do as well in this case scenario is, like, I could also dollar cost average, not because I'm not accepting my risk, but if it's part of my strategy. So let's just say right now if we formed a 2-minute double top and we started rejecting and price was here, I would size into the trade, because I would dollar cost average with the thought process of, okay, that 2-minute double top is now giving me more of a security and wanting to actually play out that trade. So either I can dollar cost average into it in that way, or I'm going to be able to size into the winner. So that's essentially what dynamic sizing is. Me personally, I like to just enter my trade, stop loss, target, and just run with it. And maybe I'll trim. But I personally will never really size into it, things like that. But anyways, for the sake of demonstration, I don't mind showing you guys this tonight, just for this. But Preppy, hopefully that kind of makes sense. Single stock futures, Nick, is basically so, you know, like, you're familiar with like Tesla, NVDA, and like Meta and those kind of guys. Basically, they're going to be creating futures for those asset classes. So you'll be able to trade Tesla as a futures contract. Jesse James, doing good, man. Hope you're doing good. Careful, I don't know what you're entering for. Reptile, you too, man. I haven't started the giveaway yet, so. Yeah, bullish gods. I think it's important, though, that it has to be part of the strategy. If we're just dollar cost averaging and sizing into winners without a clear understanding of why we're doing it, then it's not good. We will be able to do the giveaway. I realize that we're at 200 thumbs up already, which is freaking amazing, guys. So I don't mind doing a giveaways to start up here. Just give me a second here, because all my levels and stuff like that are actually on this side of the chart, which you obviously would have seen all this. So I should probably copy this over just for now, just so that you guys can see the things I had from earlier. Oopsie. Oops, what's going on? Sorry, guys. Give me a second here.
Having a user operator issue here. There you go. Okay, I am gonna just set up the bot here, by the way, guys, for the giveaway. Just getting the bot set up, guys. The bot's not set up, guys. For all you guys typing enter, the bot's not set up yet. You guys gotta wait. I just put it there just so that you guys understood what I was trying to do here. Which clearly tells me y'all not listening, because you guys are still typing in enter right now. All right, now the bot's actually ready, guys. I'm just gonna answer some of the old questions before they get disappear here. 44x Punisher, doing good, man. Hope you're doing good. By the way, if we get to like 350 thumbs up, we'll do another giveaway, guys. Thanks, Jared. Appreciate it, man. Pratheen. First payout. I think I didn't get my first. So I traded futures as of August 8th of 2024. I don't think I got my first futures payout until maybe October. I think it was. It was October, I think it was. There's a whole story behind that, by the way, which I won't dive too much deep into this because I feel like I've shared it quite a few times on stream, and I don't want to bore the regulars. But yeah, that was that. That was kind of the period. But I think the time duration is irrelevant. I know everyone always wants to know that, but like for every trader, that's very much to each their own. Damn, Stuart. I'm sorry about the 5 NQ, man. That's brutal. Thanks, Blink182. Yeah, man. I was in options well before I got into futures, man. Gold is interesting here. Gold is interesting. Oh, sorry. It's just your question in the chat. 44.8. What is that? What is it? Sorry, let me just go back to your chat. The giveaway is kind of spamming through your question there, so I couldn't really see your question. What are you looking for? 40, 48 in the next few minutes. 48. I don't have any specific target for that area, but I mean, yeah, I guess if we can continue here. I wouldn't consider this really a clean break and retest at the moment, so. But it does look like we want to keep going for gold, though. All right, we're going to announce the giveaway for this. So the winner of this giveaway is Pulo. You there, man, Pulo? Giveaway's done. All right, congratulations to Pulo. Hit me my DMs there, and I will send you the giveaway code afterwards. Congratulations, man. Congratulations, Pulo. And hopefully I'm pronouncing your name right, by the way, man. If I'm totally butchering it, my bad. So Sub-Zero Cold, your question about which is better to use on a trade like market, stop, limit, or stop limit, that is really totally up to you to decide what makes the most sense. Like I like to do, most of the times I'll like to do market orders, but I market orders with a bracket. So at the top left-hand corner here, guys, if you guys can see this, and I don't know how many of you guys know you guys can do this, but you guys can actually save specific bracket orders. So for example, like maybe you have like you want to risk 30 points for 60 points. All you need to do is just save the preset settings, and you can have it set up so that once I click it, if I ever enter a buy or a sell, it will automatically actually account for the brackets. So that's usually how I do bracket orders. Hopefully that answers your question, Sub-Zero. Universe King, I like setups for reversals, continuation, and range trades. It kind of really depends, kind of what the market structure offers, but I'm definitely down for both. Yeah, this is a pretty bullish hour here. This is very interesting. You know what we would see here if we could see a flip of script, and this is a big if, right? If the next 2 minutes here, because this hourly candle is about to close, I would like for us to still close bearish on this next 2 minutes for the 5-minute candle, 50-minute candle, all that stuff. And then if we see a price retracement up, kind of forming that double top to come back down, that would kind of be like an hourly tag of the wick on from basically the new hour to the last hour, potentially giving us kind of that reversal setup that we might want to be looking for. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm sized so small in this though. And just for those who are kind of just hopping into this right now, I entered this trade. Obviously, it's still a good area to short, but it is a demonstration trade just because I know someone in the chat earlier asked about what was dynamic sizing and what does that mean. So I kind of wanted to just demonstrate that for the gang. So I'm trading size small enough that even if I take this loss, it's very, very manageable. And for those who don't know, I trade minis normally. I don't trade micros. So these 3 micros are very, very manageable as far as risk goes. I'm just putting this tracker in for the giveaway winner. And then I'm going to continue to connect with you guys in the chat. All right. Ton 1, I just did the chart review on that already. I said we're kind of forming like a daily pennant. So EMAs for Lucid, I would say experience-wise, like if you have like you're learning, you're trying to refine your craft, you want to have the lowest barrier to entry for a payout, I would say flex plans are the best. They're the lowest cost, least amount of rules, straightforward, gets you to the payout. The pros, the direct accounts, they all have their benefits, but when you talk about ease to get to the payout, it's hard to beat the flex. I think the flex are definitely still the best options. So for example, now we're closing. The hourly candle is still bullish, but let's just say I like the way that the 15, the 5s, and the way that we're closing out. Let's just say I liked it. This is an example of what I mean by this is where I would then size into the trade. So let's just say I sized in 3 more micros. There you go. You can see it sized 3 more micros. And I'm not saying that this is a good reason to do it right now, but I'm just saying if that's the case, I will still keep my stop loss exactly where it is. I'm not changing my stop loss in any way or form, right? But this would be an example of like a dynamic size trade, if this makes sense. Sorry, I'm just going to go back to the chat. Anyways, yeah, emails. Hopefully I answered your question about the Lucid account. Lock the account for the day on Trade8. Daniel W Trades. Yeah, man. I'm just trying to see where is... I don't have my Trade8 open, though. Where's my Trade8? There is a way that you could lock your account out. Where the hell's my Trade8? Sorry, guys. For your Trade8, Daniel, if you look at the top, there should be a lock icon. You just click on it and you can lock it for the day. What's up, Adam? Bracket orders, John. Yeah, it's just on TradingView. What up, Vernati? Thanks, Pulo. I'll get back to you after the stream, man. How much does a trader spend in evals if they make 6 very good in payout? That's very subjective, Synth1. There's always a possibility that someone can literally, with the main accounts that they buy, they can make it all the way to max payout. So it really depends, man. That's very subjective to each trader. Okay. Hey, Rye Guy, I'll do a tutorial, okay? Just give me a second here. Alpha Futures, they're just going through... I'm just going to say that their prop firm was probably mismanaged a little bit, and they're dealing with the pain of it now. All right, so, you know, Rye Guy, you know, I'm gonna do this demonstration just for the gang here, just so that you guys can all see this. So for all those who do not know, you can actually save bracket orders for market orders. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys how that works, and then I'm also gonna execute on that as well. So give me a second here. So basically, for example, what we're essentially gonna do here is we are gonna create, like, I'll just use this forecaster box. Actually, I'll create a new one here. Let's just say right now I do this, okay? If I were to create an order, so I want to show you guys, if we were to open an order box like this, guys, essentially what you do is that you would, so depending on what you want to pick here, obviously, so let's just say the limit was this. The ticks is essentially representative of what you're trying to look for, essentially in the given setup, right? So in this case, let me give a second here. Let's say I want to do 30-point risk. So 30-point risk, that would be 120. And if I wanted to shoot for 2R, let's say, that would be 240. So right there. So what you're seeing here right now is I'm creating a bracket order, guys. If I want to save a bracket order with a risk of 30 points, which is 120 ticks, and shoot for 60 points, which is 2R, that is 240 ticks, I basically preset this all up. And then at the top here, I can click on this box you'll see here. Hopefully you guys can see this on your screen. There's a thing that says order presets. I would save this, and I would save the order preset, and then I would name this something. So let's just say I want to name, for the sake of the stream, I'm going to call it the Rye Guy 2R, okay? And then I click save. Now that I have saved this, if I click on this drop down at the top left-hand side, you will see here, I now have this right here. It says Rye Guy 2R, okay? So I'm going to show you as an example quickly here, guys, okay? I am going to actually exit this trade right now. Okay, I'm gonna exit that trade, and what I'm gonna do here now is I'm gonna do based on what I just created, and Rye Guy, hopefully you're following along. What I just did is now I'm gonna select, so on the click of the drop down, I'm gonna click on Rye Guy, okay, right here, and you'll see now the names of the top left hand corner have actually changed. It actually says Rye Guy 2R sell, Rye Guy 2R buy, right? And so let's just say now, based on that, I want to sell. All I do is I click on sell, and then immediately click sell afterwards as well. So there are hotkeys for this as well. So I can go, like if I don't want to click anything, I can go Shift S and then enter. And then automatically it puts that in. It puts this order in, right? Now, if I wanted to do it as a market order, that'd be the same thing. So if I were to create something with a market order, it would be the same concept of what I kind of just did just now. Give me a second here. So if I were to create an order, go market, same thing, shoot for 240 points, shoot for 120 points. So 120 point risk, 240 point take profit, same thing, save order preset, Rye Guy, 2R market. So now that that's saved, same thing. I click on Rye Guy, 2R market, and all I do is Shift S and then sell, and then it automatically sells. So watch, I want you guys to watch me demonstrate this right now. I'm gonna go Shift S, it opens the DOM, and then I press enter. And automatically it enters a trade, creates the bracket for your stop loss, and creates the bracket for your target. Hopefully that makes sense. Rye Guy, any questions? Yeah, so sometimes I like to do this because like I find that in a lot of cases, speed of execution is an edge. So having the ability to obviously execute fast on the market can sometimes make the difference between you actually getting in where you want to or missing the move by 10, 20 points because maybe a move becomes too violent, right? So anyways. Phantom Love, yeah, I'm in a short. I'm just kind of demonstrating a couple things here with how to create like market orders using the bracket orders and what have you. So yeah, you can adjust it afterwards as well. Absolutely. Yeah, so Synth One, I don't trade on Tradeovate. I trade Tradeovate through TradingView. So I prefer using TradingView. So I'm hoping this helps. Yeah, you know what? I'll let DAD know that actually. Give me a second here. FYI, click to my stream. What time is it at? 11:07 p.m. PST. Cool, Adam. I'll add it down. Can you do this on mobile too? Yeah, Preppy. Once you have the bracket saved, you can actually, that's actually, if I were to ever trade mobile, that's how I trade mobile. It's because it makes it a lot easier for me to kind of get in and out of trades. How to avoid having a 1K drawdown when it's already at like 900. What do you mean by that, Sub-Zero? I don't understand your question. Like, if you're already $900 in the hole, there's really not much you can really do. You're pretty much gonna be screwed, I guess. Like, you have to size down severely, I guess, really, in order to kind of bring it back. The stop loss here right now is at 642, and the target's at 29,552. I'm just gonna leave this trade as is. To be honest, I don't want to play with it. Actually, you know what? I should probably bring it back to the original size I had earlier.
Order filled.
And I only say that because, technically speaking, I was originally at 6 contracts earlier before I had closed out my position, so only fair to leave the risk as it was originally planned.
It's, yeah, so Pulo, it's Tradeovate through TradingView. How do you link Tradeovate to TradingView? You guys, I'm actually, I thought this was common knowledge, guys. If you go to your Tradeovate, if you click on the top right hand, I feel like I'm going through like a tutorial with you guys today. If you go into your Tradeovate and you click on the top right hand side, there's a like a bar symbol that says application setting. If you click on that, and then at the top drop down tabs, you'll see add-ons. Here, hold on. Do you see this, guys? So once you get on the top right hand corner, there's a symbol. If you click on that, it'll open up settings, and you go to the drop down tab at the top right hand corner here, which is add-ons, and then you just basically say yes to adding on TradingView and all that type of stuff. Like it hopefully helps. Does that make sense, guys? Just type in the chat and make sure you guys understood what I'm talking about here. I don't trade news, to be honest. I'm not a news trader guy. I usually steer clear. If I'm trading news, I'm literally just YOLOing at that point. Is there any lag on entering trade on TradingView? People tell me there's lags. I don't know. I guess I've always traded on TradingView, so I've had no issues with it, but apparently it's not as fast. I'm not saying that we can't continue going higher. I'm just saying that if there was a short opportunity, we'd be here. Again, for those who are hopping on the stream right now, I'm providing a demonstration on the trade right now, so hence why I'm trading with micros. I don't know how single stock futures is going to work, actually. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work, to be honest. I'm completely new to it. Why am I in a short? I think I already explained that, so hopefully I answered your guys' questions. The lock button is here. Oh, sorry, I just realized I need to drag my screen a little lower. Sorry, hold on. Who asked that question again? Oh, Daniel. Daniel, do you see this? It's right beside my account name. Do you see that? There's that lock button. Daniel, before I move away from the screen, I just want to make sure you see this. Yeah, that's really odd. I don't know. Maybe you have to go into your settings to kind of resolve that. That's my only thought. Yeah, no, right, guys. Same with me, man. I kind of just taught myself this along the way. What's my win rate? My win rate, I usually average between 70 to 80%. I usually trade on minis. Like one mini would be kind of usually what my average would be. Yes, you can connect Tradeovate to TradingView. Interesting. Yeah, I haven't heard much about the delays. Lucid, man. Alan Parker, man. Lucid, Tradeify, they both have accounts that don't have that daily loss limit. I trade minis always, no matter what. I don't trade micros normally. I appreciate it, Amin. You're hilarious, bro. I don't do 3 contracts per trade normally, because that'd be 3 minis technically for me. John Lincoln, I already answered the question earlier, John. Well, your Alpha Futures question. All right, we'll do another giveaway, guys, just because we are at that 350 marker. What's going on here? Hold on. I think the page is getting a little messed up here. All right, guys. All right, giveaway bot has started. Jordy, I don't really trade with Lucy anymore because I'm capped out with him.
I still have my Lucid Max evals, but I haven't really traded them much just because I can't do much with Rhythmic Pro since I'm restricted to that. By the way, if you guys are asking questions while we're doing the giveaway, I won't see your questions. So I'm more than happy to answer them after the giveaway's over. It's kind of hard to see them when the chat's being spammed. Alright, looks like we're going to continue this follow through off this hourly here. Do we want to take the breakout on this, guys? I know I don't usually breakout trade, but what would the stop loss look like if we were to take a breakout trade for 1 hour? Let's announce the giveaway winner. It's been super bullish, that's for sure.
My bot is lagging at the moment, so it's saying that I picked 2 winners, but it's just one. It's Dr. Justin Luna. That's the person who won. I don't know why it picked 2 winners. I can't even see. Give me a second here. This thing's like lagging. Dr. Justin Luna. No, sorry, dude. It spammed 2 names for some reason, Russ. It was the Dr. Justin dude that won. Not too sure why the bot did that. But if the Dr. Justin person does not respond, then yes, Russ, you're gonna get it. Okay, Dr. Justin. Shoot me a DM on my Instagram, my friend. You guys are savage for those Alpha Futures jokes, man. No, it's not a paper trading account. I don't stream with paper trading accounts. No one on Project 365 streams with a paper account. Just, I know you're probably new here, so I just want to just disclose that very quickly. None of us trade on paper accounts, okay? Yes, we may trade on sim-funded accounts with prop firms, but we do not trade on paper accounts. All good, bro. All good. You can ask the chat here, man. I'm very transparent. I don't show it every single stream just because obviously it's very tedious for me to keep going through all of them, but I do show my accounts all the time. So no, I wouldn't consider paper trading because paper trading has absolutely no risk and no reward. A prop firm account still has risk and it still has reward. So I would not consider sim funding paper trading. To charge 90. If you want to like work one-on-one with me, you always can. Reach out to me on Instagram and we can always talk about what would work the best for you. Just because like every trader is different. I do coach students on how to trade, but a lot of them are different. I've coached people who have had like ICT backgrounds. I've coached traders who have traded like primarily maybe an orb strategy or something like that. So yeah. Are you in gold shorts? I do like the gold shorts, guys. I really do. It's important for us to close beneath this channel, though. I don't want us to bounce here. This would not be ideal for shorts on gold. But I did like the... If you guys have heard me talk about this a lot on the streams, we've had a lot of these like kind of fake outs, and then the fake out takes place, and then we melt after that, right? Hey, nothing wrong with paper trading if you're still learning the game, man. Don't rush the process, man. Take your time at it, bro. Do you ever trade warrant? What's that, Chuka? I have no idea what that is, dude.
We are 3 thumbs up away from doing another giveaway, gang. Yes. Man, the amount of people who've asked today is crazy. Yes, you can connect Trade-of-8 with TradingView. Absolutely. What's the question about SPX 500? What's that? What's the question? I'm not sure if I missed the question somewhere. J Kings, man, I don't know, but you know what? Just so you know, J Kings, whenever I do the ones for the Apex giveaway, that's from me. So I don't care if it's if you've won before with this one. So J Kings, you can still technically win with this Apex one. What's going on, Woozy? What's your strategy in SPX? My strategy is the same no matter what asset I trade. A chart's a chart in the end of the day. I haven't shorted NQ yet. I want to, though. I kind of want to stick to my other buys that I had earlier. I'm just a little bit hesitating at the moment. Yeah, there's never a shame, man. There's never a shame in paper trading if you need to. J Kings, that's okay. I've been doing the Tradeify ones the whole time. But when I do the Apex one, J Kings, you can definitely hop into this, man. Yes, you can connect Trade-of-8 to TradingView. That is like the 5th person who's asked that question in the past like 15 minutes. Diamond Hand, man. What up, man? Good to see you. I've never heard of Legend Trading. Oh, nice. We have the thumbs up for it now. All right, I'm going to do another giveaway here, guys. Just hold on. I got to copy and paste that other thing over the instructions. All right, I'm going to set up the bot here, guys. There you are. Whoever's in those gold shorts, it's paying, man. Those gold shorts are paying right now. Look at that. Beautiful fake out to the downside. Congrats to whoever caught that short on the gold trade from earlier, man. Nice. Kings of the New West. Let's go. Nice, Matthew. Did you short the NQ or did you short gold? Which one? I mean, either way it would have been good, but... Apologies if I'm missing questions here, guys, because I know you guys are like chat spamming at the moment, and I might be missing some questions. So if I miss your question, just ask again afterwards, okay, guys? I'm not ignoring you guys. Groovy, I prefer 150K normally because I like the drawdown. But in any prop firm, generally the 50K accounts is the way to go because it's just got the best drawdown to profit ratio. So just getting payouts wise, I just personally think it's easier. For those who are just hopping on the stream right now, I did my chart review around 10:20 Pacific Standard Time. So if you guys want to check that out, you guys can. In 4 seconds, we'll announce the winner of the giveaway. All right, let's announce the winner. The winner of this giveaway is Day Trader Sahil. Are you here? Day Trader Sahil. Day Trader Sahil. Nice. All right, Day Trader Sahil. Hit my DMs on Instagram, and I will send you the giveaway code after the stream's over. Even bid. So where I am in Vancouver, Canada, most prop firms will not move me live because they don't have the ability to. It's just not within the Trade of 8 Ninja Trader agreements. Don't know why. Just everyone who knows, right? It's just a thing. So for a lot of prop firms, I just usually what happens is that once I get the maximum payout that they are able to give based on like their policies, I basically just move on. But I will always speak highly about any prop firm that has done right by me and continue to do right by traders. That's why I still speak very highly of Tradeify, like My Fund of Futures, Take Profit Trader, Lucid, just because they do well in that regard. Now, I technically can move live with Lucid. I just don't like the platform. Like if I was still able to trade on Tradeivate, I would definitely move live with them, right? But it sucks. It sucks because the Rhythmic Pros are just I can't get over it. So. I have not. So Jackie, I've never used TradeC, so I can't speak to it. But if TradeC is supposed to be like a Top Step X thing, then I think TradeC probably would be a great idea. But I personally have never traded, so I can't speak to it. I've only traded with Tradeivate. I'm not in a short yet. No, I'm not. My max payout with them was I have to double check. I think it was $74,000. I think it was. I had to double check, but I'm pretty sure 74. I think I did about like $62,000 before they attempted to move me live the first time, and then they realized they couldn't move me live, so then they gave me my cash payout instead, which they topped me off with another 14K. And this was before Lucid Max existed and all that stuff, right? Then they introduced Lucid Max afterwards, which is how they reintroduced me back into the firm again. And so then I started trading that. Got 4 accounts moved to live, but then I didn't realize, but Lucid Max Live was based on Rhythmic Pro, which is pretty much where I just didn't really like it too much. I struggled with it personally. I'm not gonna blame the platform. It's just a me problem. I personally just can't use it. So I know the Apex accounts are the standard accounts, my friend. Take it easy, Preppy. Thanks, Neva. Appreciate it, bro. I don't have that option where I am. It's either Rhythmic Pro or nothing. How long do I trade for? For the stream wise, I trade between 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to midnight.
I am interested in the shorts for NQ still. I mean, I'm curious if we're gonna put in like a 2-minute head and shoulder here or not, but it's true though. We've been having such strong buying pressure. It's kind of hard to want to short, but I may take a stab at this in a bit here. I'm eyeing the short here. I got the Rye Guy market bracket order preset right now. I did a chart review. I don't ever do predictions, but I did a chart review. So if you scroll back to around the first 20 minutes, I did my chart review there. I'm going to attempt to short here one last time here, guys, before, just because I feel like this will probably be my last trade of the stream anyways. So about a 1.4 hour trade, risking about 35 points for about 50 points here. Randy, man, I mean, we have to just be very tactical and specific about our trade setups, right? Like, I'm very, I don't get too caught up in the whole make your money back mentality, or like, oh, this has to be overextended, or can it go higher? Like, I don't really think about that stuff too much. I think that's where the emotions get a little clouded. I just look at the chart and say, you know what? Do I have a setup potential here? Yes, no, maybe so. And I take my stabs, right? Like right now, for example, with this short trade, like, it's risky because right now we've got like multiple hourly buys, right? And like I said at the chart review, the double bottom on the hourly is pretty strong. So I would not be surprised if NQ just continues to grind. And it very much still can do that, right? It very much still can do that. What I'm kind of looking at this right now is I'm looking at where we're at on the chart. I'm thinking, okay, we're at a reference point area right now that I have. We look like we're kind of consolidating. Maybe we get a pullback down into the 560 area, maybe form a higher low, and then maybe continue higher. Like, that's kind of like what's in my mind right now, which is why I think like where I've set my target also is reasonable. Like, I don't think I'm overshooting here, and I think that might be able to give me a chance to potentially capture that short, and then even maybe switch to another count and then capture the longs afterwards if it presents itself, right? So my 2 cents, Randy. Hopefully that helps. Well, Jared, I hope we're both right if that's the case, man. I hope we're both right. MDC, yeah, man. Hey, good reflection and good pulse check on yourself, man. Yeah, if you feel like you're overdoing it, man, definitely stop yourself, bro. I do trade the London session. I just don't do it on stream these days. Like, basically right now, until I can like get my life in order with where I'm moving and settling down and all that stuff, I don't want to adjust my stream time too much right now. So I do specifically 10 p.m. to midnight. But in the future, I'm hoping to move things around because I know there's a large demand for me to trade during the London session. So I think in the future, I might migrate over to a model where I stream 3 hours a day instead of just 2. So we'll see. Well, that's kind of the goal anyways. I like basically downed this Genmaicha, man. This is basically like 350 milliliters of Genmaicha. Man, Neva, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, I know. Sometimes when you go through that, it can really mentally wreck you, right? Like, it makes you question yourself. But that's why the journaling stuff is so important, right? Like, you gotta like nail down the journaling part so that you don't get so caught up in the mix of the emotions of it all, right? And thinking that it's always going to get you, when in reality what we really need to focus on is like, why is it happening? You know, what am I missing on the chart that I'm not seeing, right? Billy Trade Zone, this one I'm actually in a trade. I'm in a short trade right now. Do you trade NFP levels? Seems like a couple of your levels have mirrored mine, and I use NFP levels with a couple of fibs. NFP levels, 1 HP, educate me. What's NFP, brother? Gonna sleep scared. Watching from. No way. What's that, MTC? I have no idea what that is, bro. I have my own personal YouTube channel, Metal Chips, but I don't stream on it though. I just post stuff there. But I honestly haven't posted much on there in quite some time. So it's probably been pretty inactive and dead for the most part. But I can definitely like share with the gang my YouTube, even though I only post there once in a while. Ever since I started streaming, I haven't really had a lot of time to post there, but. So Trina, in the early days, the two things I was using in the journal was I was using Excel and I was using Notion. And that's because I was using both of those platforms for business already. So I just kind of migrated over to that. And then basically as soon as I found Trader Stats, I started using Trader Stats as my trading journal. Because that's like, it's like TradeZella, but it has less features, but it also costs much less. So it kind of works for what I was looking for. So that was like, I think it was like 19 bucks a month. And so that's what I used to journal after that. But to be honest, if anyone here who wants to journal don't want to spend any money, yeah, man, just Excel, Word doc, I'm sure it'll do the job just fine. Troy, that's very interesting. Yeah, I have no idea what NFP is, man. I've never heard of that. But mind you, Lou, like I've kind of like slowed down on my adventure side of like looking into other things. So that's cool. Interesting. Can I suggest any London session traders? Charge? I have no idea, dude. I have no idea. To be perfectly honest, as crazy as it sounds, up until me doing this stream for Project 365, I was never exposed to the streaming space. Hence why I was always a little in the beginning kind of like sharing with the gang that, hey man, if I'm not a great streamer, bear with me because I've never streamed in my life. This was the first time I ever did it. So unfortunately, I don't have much to offer you on that one, my friend. Yeah, Notion is totally goated, man. Great wiki platform to build things off of. Nice. Yeah, if it's free, you got a free journal, it's amazing, man. I have my target, Jared, set at 567, so just FYI. Non-farm payroll. Interesting. Oh, thank you, Charge 90. I try, man. I try. It's very hard. It's very hard to juggle the stream while trading at the same time. I'm not gonna lie. So I often actually miss a lot of trades because of it, or I'll jump too late in. Yeah, it's a whole thing. But NFP's news. Okay, got it. Yeah, you know what? Just to the point that you guys are making, right? Somebody asked me earlier, Alan, do you trade news? So I don't trade news. However, and this is a big however, if I do trade news, what I end up leveraging often is I leverage the news candles, highs and lows, to define whether or not I want to take those trades off the highs and lows of the news candle. But that's pretty much as far as it goes for me, though. Bruce Wong. Hey, man, I'm from Vancouver, Canada, man. If you're new, man, thanks for tuning in, man. Welcome to Project 365. I'm Alan, by the way, if you guys are just tuning in right now. Azheng Trades is my name that I go by in the trading space. I'm Pacific Standard Time, A-Rock. Buggy, I think this is my second trade? Is that my second trade, guys? It is, right? Technically, it's my first real trade, but it's my second trade. Yeah, it's my second trade. DJL, I've been trading for coming up 6 years now, guys. 6 years. Kind of crazy to think about it, to be honest. I remember when I first started learning how to trade. It was a very different path in life. I'll say that. But honestly, guys, this is one of those craft where it's like, don't rush it. Like my best words of wisdom advice to the gang here is that I know all you guys see all these social media guys with their Lamborghinis and fancy Rolexes and all that stuff. Don't fall for the whole get rich quick. This is no means that. You have to take the time to learn the skill.
but I'll tell you that if you can learn the skill, it is such a valuable thing. I'm very happy and content that I stuck it through. My last year's success that I had in 2025 basically was my strongest year by far. Like, it made more money than the prior 4 years leading up to it. So I think a lot of the times, you just take your pace at it, learn the craft, get confident, build your routine, build your process, and over the course of time, you will gain the confidence to scale up and go for that extra mile, whatever that looks like. And I think for some of you guys who have been watching my journey since my early days, you guys have seen me grow. I wasn't always this way. I was making the same mistakes. I was scared to trade. I was managing, suffocating my trades. I was doing all this stuff, right? Once you get comfortable and you find your ways and what works for you, man, like, you can then scale, right? I think that the pros and the cons of the space today is that there's so much free information out there that we get stuck in the whole paralysis by analysis, which can be very daunting. But that's also the reason why when people ask, hey, Alan, do you teach a class? Can I teach a class? Yeah, sure. But I think where the value is working with me is that I naturally work with that trader on their specific challenges, right? So that's why I always call it coaching and mentoring, because I'm not just trying to cookie cutter how I trade to you. I'm hoping that I can help you navigate and say, okay, well, if you're this kind of trader, how can we refine it in this way or that way, right? And anyways, I feel like I'm rambling now, but that's just kind of my 2 cents on the conversation here, man. Do you think London session will pop up? I don't ever, guys, you guys know this already. I don't ever like to speculate what London Open's going to do. I don't do that. Buggy, my comment about real trade was because earlier I was trying to demonstrate to the group, because there were some questions about what does dynamic sizing mean and what does that look like. And then I was also, people were asking me how to create this market bracket order thing. And so I was kind of demonstrating how to create it and how to trade it as well. So that's what I meant by that. Kirasuka, how could you guys trade like that? If trade support and resistance is all your plan, then don't trade. Did someone make a comment to the Kira? Did I miss that part of the chat? I always get so, it's always random when I see this. Kirasuka made a comment about it's all crap, trading support and resistance. I don't know who that guy is. Did he respond to someone? Is that why he's talking about that? Sorry, I'm totally missing the buck here. Yeah, Ron, man, I never hold a trade through CPI and FOMC. That's wild. Kings of the West. Thanks, dude. Oh, Devin, thanks, man. And Devin, I don't know when you hopped on the stream. I want to make it clear. I'm going on 13 weeks now, I think, streaming with Project 365. I just meant prior to Project 365, I had never streamed in my life, nor have I ever watched a stream before. So I didn't really know what we were supposed to do. I remember going into this, like, I was talking to Jake, like, Jake, what am I supposed to do? Can you, like, give me, like, a crash test dummy on how to do this, right? So... you start... DJL, you started trading during the market crash. What kind of car do I drive? I actually, I've gone through a lot of cars, and I don't mean this in like an expensive way. I love cars, and I like to go back and forth. But for those who don't know, I'm a JDM enthusiast. So as much as I love supercars, hypercars, I actually enjoy JDM cars or even Euro cars where you could tune them and build them. And it's just just my upbringing. I just really enjoyed the car scene in that way. So today I currently drive an Acura Integra Type S. I just scooped that up a month ago, I think it was now, a month ago or so. But I've gone through quite a few cars though since then. Like before, my daily driver was a Tesla because I used to drive a lot for work. So my EV was kind of what got me around. M Brown, man, hey, that 250k account, man, honestly, just like any other intraday trailing drawdown account, you just size and then just don't hold your position for too long, to be honest. What's the POI? I'm assuming point of interest. Sandro, is what your question is. I have a channel up here, as you guys can see here, and initially I had a short thought process already. So this is kind of like a 2-minute like head and shoulder. We're kind of reclaiming that like potential lower high here. I'd like us to continue lower. I'm not looking for a big move. Like, I don't know if we're gonna start retracing back up from here, guys. We're 9 minutes away from London Open. I'd like to get my TP here, to be honest, before the London opens, because I really don't want to hold through that. And I wouldn't be surprised if we bounce, but I'd like to think that where I'm asking for here is reasonable. I don't want to shoot into the 550 area because I think that's when it gets really dicey. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to follow through or if we're going to pull up from here. We'll see. Thanks, Violet. I appreciate you tuning in, man. Buggy, I just went through the trade concept there. I hope that made sense. Suffocating your trades is essentially like I keep like me doing this, for example. If I just kept doing like this, like I could just keep dragging my stop loss because I'm so scared it's gonna like reverse on me. That's suffocating your trade. These days I don't do that. I just let my trades play out, and if they don't work out, they don't work out. I accept it for what it is. Lil Joe, this is 2 minis, brother. Colleen Trades, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I noticed that some people are asking me why I took the short trade. Hopefully I answered your question because I feel like I've answered it already. Yes, Trina, I Funded Futures Family was actually the first prop firm that I maxed out with back in January of 2025. When I maxed out with Funded Futures Family, that was when Jay Dunn was still the CEO of the company. I think it took like a $63,000 payout before I got capped. I posted that on my Instagram as well. A nation guy that likes JDM, shocker. Yeah, man. What can I say, man? It was my upbringing, man. I lived on those Fast and Furious movies too, man. How do you set alerts or track news for TPT? If you actually go in the Take Profit Trader dashboard, right, guy, there's actually a tab that's all called Calendar that will actually show you every period you should not be trading. Unsolved Resolve, I hope you're just a bot asking that question right now. If you don't have money, you should definitely not be trading. Not good for the mentals, man. MK4 Supra, be my dream car for years. Yeah, R32 GTR Skyline. It's on my project list, man. I want to rebuild my first ever Honda Civic that I drove when I was a kid. Like, I want to rebuild that car brand new and do the whole spiel. I want to do the full tuning of it, right? But I actually do, my brother-in-law actually works in the industry, actually. So we have a project plan. Not yet. We have a lot of ducks in a row we got to figure out first, but we plan on actually importing an R32, R33, R34 over so that we can kind of build the car from scratch out here. Yeah, Jared, man, if you only been trading for 2 months, man, that you're still in training wheels, my friend. you got a long way to go, man. It's all good. And when I say that, I don't mean that you can't find success sooner. I just mean don't be hard on yourself right now. You're still in the learning phase of it all, man. My thoughts on Rivian? It's all right. I've driven them before. I'm more of a Tesla guy than Rivian. Tesla has better technology. Apex. So Apex, I had a good time trading with Apex. I haven't traded with them since August of last year. Same thing. I've capped out with them as well. I made my, I think, total about $92,000, $96,000 in payouts with Apex, and I can't trade with them anymore either because, again, I can't move live with them from where I am. VTech, yep, absolutely VTech. Pal fam, I can scalp. I can. I don't scalp often. If you guys actually want me to scalp on stream next time, I'm more than happy to do that for the stream. But I don't normally scalp though. Billy Trades, I kind of went through all of it a little bit earlier on. I have a channel up here right now, and we were forming failures up here, consolidating, putting a potential lower high in. So from a bar by bar and all that, it made me want to take the short for those reasons. So we're about to open London in about 5 minutes here. So I am getting a little uncomfortable with holding this trade here. I'm just trying to see where I want to move my stop to. I usually don't move my stop loss, but because we are coming up to London Open, I don't want to be a prick for a tick here. I'm just gonna watch this. I might move my stop. If I am still in this position in the next 2 minutes, I am gonna move my stop loss. Otherwise, I'm just gonna leave it. Donnie saying Don. I don't know if that was meant for me. If it is, thank you. I appreciate it, man. I do not move my stops to break even. That is not how I trade. Trina, I did. I absolutely did. I sent it already. And all good, man. Anytime. I'm gonna be around, right? I think I always say to people, man, if you can't go through the whole program with me and stuff like that, that's okay. It's not a big deal. Just book one-on-one time, right? Like I'm all about individualizing my coaching and mentoring with people, right? All right, there you go, guys. We got the TP hit there. That was 50 points just in time before the market opened here. And just so you guys know, that was basically makes up for the loss from earlier. So that's 2K trade right there in total. 95 Civic, eh? My first car was a 98 Civic. It was an EM1. Lil Joe, I usually trade Asia. That's where I predominantly make my trades. Thank you, Megan. I appreciate it, man. It takes time, guys. Don't be so hard on yourself, right? You guys are still learning. I can't believe I've been trading for 6 years. It has gone by so fast. But all I can say is that you kind of have to go through it sometimes. You have to go through drawdown in your trading career. You have to go through the different market cycles and really kind of understand, you know, those ranging periods, those trending periods, those volatile periods, right? You kind of have to go through it all. That's why I always say that any trader that comes to you and says that, hey, you know what, I've been successful, I've gotten so much payouts, it's my first year trading, I'll tell you right now, that means nothing to me. If you've only been trading for a year and you're successful, that does not mean anything to me. Because if you haven't gone through market cycles, you may not survive the different cycles that come through your way. So again, one man's opinion, right? Like someone might disagree with my comment, and that's okay, but that's just me sharing with you my 6 years of experience. TJ Vaughn, when I used to trade with Apex, Apex's model was that you were able to take uncapped payouts after 6 payout requests, which means that you could withdraw your entire balance if you really wanted to. That's actually how Mr. Jade Cap himself is the world record holder for the Apex payout. I think his world record payout was like $1.6 million. I believe that was the case, and that was because he had 20 accounts and he hadn't capped all of them. When I took my $80,000 payout outside of the week-to-week payout request, that was off of one 50K account. So I took one account, built up the balance, took my 2K payouts along the way, and then extracted the full 80K payout at the very end. And like I said, I don't know how many people who have actually done that. Like, I don't want to claim that I'm the only guy that's done that, because I don't actually know that for a fact. But from what I've seen on the social space, I don't think a lot of people have done what I have done with it, taking one account to an 80K payout. Because I think most people have copy traded, which is how they got their massive payouts. Kissed by PD and trailed me out. Damn. Why don't I take I don't mind taking partials once in a while. For this specific trade, there was no point in me taking partials. I was very comfortable with the trade. I mean, I'm in and out before London even opens, and that was the plan, right? So yeah, Lil Joe, I did. I made the comment. Asia is where I predominantly trade, man. And then it's London, and then it's New York. I will close my trades early, depending on the situation, but I don't do it often. ADHD, my first one ever was a red EM1, so I don't know if I want to redo the EM1 again or go rock the more, you know, Civic Type R white. I don't know. We'll see. Or they call it the championship white. Andrew, man, the live move was actually pretty fast, to be honest. It didn't take that long. Maybe like, actually, no, I lie. Sorry. When I was moving live with Lucid, that was when they were first introducing Lucid Max. So it did take a while. It took a couple weeks, actually. Buggy, are you keeping track of my payouts? Yeah, we'll see. I don't think I will, though. I think I'm gonna take it more and more easy as I go throughout the year here. I've got a lot of big family trips planned. I want to spend time with family. I might do some like live sessions and live education when I move as well. So I don't know, man. There's a lot of things in my horizon right now. I haven't decided what I want to do with it yet, but I think I've already slowed down in trading a lot more this year. Like last year I was juggling futures and options, and now I don't trade options as much this year. I took some option trade in the first couple months, got my 6 figures, and I kind of just stopped. And to be honest, I'm mentally drained. Like I'm actually quite tired a lot of the time. So like, I don't want to push the throttle any more than I need to, because at the end of the day, health is wealth, right, guys? So we gotta make sure we take care of ourselves. I appreciate it, gang. I appreciate it, gang. Hey, Jared, let's go. Nice, man. Nice. Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, I'm glad we were able to do that, gang. I'm glad we were able to do that. And anyone who caught that short with me, congrats. That was if you entered with me, it's either 50 points is where I took it, but if you held it for the bottom so far, that's 70 points. So overall, not too bad. That was basically a 1.5R to a 2R trade, depending on your entry point. But yeah, anyways, those who are just tuning in, though, you can always just hop into my chart review there that I did earlier on. I talked about why and what I was looking for in the trade, followed the plan, executed, right? So pretty content with that. But it is that time already. I am going to be signing off here, guys, and I do appreciate you guys for hopping on the stream and tuning in. Share the love, drop a thumbs up on the stream. It helps me out a lot, guys. And yeah, if you guys know anyone else who wants to learn and hop on, bring them on board, man. I'm more than happy to talk shop, talk trading, or even business. I'm a very well-rounded individual. So anyways, with that, man, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. I will catch you guys tomorrow, same time, 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, guys. Man, you guys have a great night. Catch you later.